اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ولله الحمد. الحمد لله على ما هدانا وله الشكر على ما اولانا. عید رمضان آمد و ماه رمضان رفت. عید رمضان آمد و ماه رمضان رفت. صد شکر که این آمد و صد حیف که آن رفت. در این ساعات نورانی دست به دعا برداریم. اللهم کل ولی الحجت ابن الحسن صلواتک علیه و علی آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك تواب وتمتعه فيها. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك من شهر قربت فيه الآمان ونشرت فيه الأعمال. السلام عليك من قرين جل قدره موجودا وأفجأ فقده مفقودا ومرجو عالم فراق. السلام عليك من أليف آنس مقبلا فسرب وأوهش منقذيا فمذب. السلام عليك من مجاور رقد فيه القلوب وقلت فيه الذنوب. السلام عليك من ناصر أعان على الشيطان وصاحب سهل سبل الإحسان. السلام عليك ما أكثر أتقاء الله فيك وما أسعد من رأى حرمتك بك. السلام عليك ما كان أمهاك للذنوب وأصدرك لأنواع العيوب. السلام عليك ما كان أتولك على المجرمين وأهيبك في صدور المؤمنين. السلام عليك من شهر لا تنافسه الأيام. السلام عليك من شهر هو من كل أمر سلام. السلام عليك غير كريه مصاحبة وذمي ولا ذميم الملابسة. السلام عليك كما وفدت علينا بالبركات وغسلت عنا دنس الخطيئات. السلام عليك غير مبد برما ولا متروك صيام سعما. السلام عليك. چقدر قبل ما رمضان دلتنگش بودی، مطلوب من مطلوب قبل وقت و محزون علیه قبل فوت. چقدر دلمون برای شبا تنگ میشه، چقدر دلمون برای مؤمنین تنگ میشه. دور هم جمع میشدیم این شبا، خدا رو با هم صدا میزدیم. چه نعمتایی در این ماه به ما دادی. السلام علیک کم من سوء صرف بک عنا و کم من خیر افیض بک علینا. السلام عليك وعلى ليلة القدر التي هي خير من 1000 شهر. السلام عليك ما كان أهرسنا بالأمس عليك وشد شوقنا غدا إليك. السلام عليك وعلى فضلك الذي هرمنا وعلى ماض من بركاتك سلبنا. اللهم شهادت بدیم ما اهالی ما رمضونیم، ما مقیمهای شبهای مناجاتیم. اللهم انا اهل هذا الشهر الذي شرفتنا به ووفقتنا بمنك له حين جهل الاشقياء وقتا وهرم الشقائهم فضلا. أنت ولي ما آثرتنا به من معرفته وهديتنا له من سنته وقد تولينا بتوفيقك صيامه وقيامه على تقصير وأدينا فيه قليلا من كثير. اللهم فلك الحمد إقرارا بالإساءة واعترافا بالإضاءة. خوش به حال اون چشایی که با این عبارات عاشقونه همراهی میکنه، اشک میریزه. ولک من قلوبنا عقد ندم، عاشقانه در این خونه با خدا حرف میزنه. و من السنتنا صدق الاعتذار فاجرنا على ما اصابنا فيه من التفريط اجرا نستدرك به الفضل المرغوب فيه ونعتاض به من انواع الذخر المحروس عليك وأوجب لنا عذرك على ما قصرنا فيه من حقك وابلغ بأعمارنا ما بين أيدينا من شهر رمضان المقبل فإذا بلغناهم فإنا على تناول ما أنت أهله من العبادة وأدنا إلى القيام بما يستحقه من الطاعة وأجر لنا من صالح العمل ما يكون دركا لحقك في الشهرين من شهور الدهر. اللهم وما الممنا به في شهرنا هذا من لمم أو إثم او واقعنا فیه من ذنب و اکتسبنا فیه من خطیئة علی تعمد منا. اگه گناهی از من سر زدین ما رمزون، خواسته بعد از شبای قدر منو ببخش. او علی نسیان ظلمنا فی انفسنا او انتهکنا به حرمت من غیرنا فصل علی محمد. ندای شب عید فطری شما این نیست فصل علی و سترنا بسترک و عفو عنا بعفوک ولا تنسبنا فیه لأعین الشامتین ولا تبسط علینا فیه ألسن الطائعین واستعملنا بما یکون حتة و کفارة لمن کرت منا فیه برأفتک التي لا تنفد و فضلک الذی لا ينقص. اللهم صل علی واجبر مصیبتنا بشهرنا و بارک لنا فی یوم عیدنا و فطرنا واجعله من خیر یوم مر علینا اجلبه للعفو و امحاه للذنب واغفر لنا ما خفی من ذنوبنا و ما علن. اللهم اسلخنا بانسلاخ هذا الشهر من خطايانا و اخرجنا بخروجه من سیئاتنا و جعلنا من اسعد اهله به و اجزلهم قسما فيه و اوفرهم حظا من. اللهم و من رأى هذا الشهر حق رعایته و حفظ حرمته حق حفظها و قام به حدوده حق قیامها و اتقى ذنوبه حق تقاتها او تقرب الیک بقربة اوجبت رضاک له و عطفت رحمتک علی فهب لنا مثله من وجدک و اعطنا اضعافه من فضلك فإن فضلك لا يغيب وإن خزائنك لا تنقص بل تفيد وإن معادن إحسانك لا تفنى وإن عطاك للعطاء المهنى. اللهم صل على واكتب لنا مثل أجور من صام أو تعبد لك فيه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم إنا نتوب إليك في يوم فطرنا الذي جعلته للمؤمنين عيدا وسرورا ولأهل ملتك مجمعا ومعتشدا من كل ذنب أذنبنا أو سوء أسلفنا أو خاطر شر أضمرنا توبة من لا ينطوي على رجوع إلى ذنب ولا يعود بعدها في خطيئة توبة نسوها خلصت من الشك والارتياب فقبلها منا وارض عنا وثبتنا عليها. اللهم ارزقنا خوف عقاب الوعيد و شوق ثواب الموعود حتی نجد لذت ما ندوک به و کعبة ما نستجیرک من و جعلنا عندك من التوابین الذين أوجبت لهم محبتك وقبلت منهم مراجعتك طاعتك يا أعدل العادلين اللهم شب عید به پدر مادرامون عیدی بدیم اللهم تجاوز عن آبائنا و امهاتنا و اهل دیننا جمیعا من سلف منهم و من غبر الى یوم القیامه اللهم صل علی محمد نبینا و آله كما صليت على ملائكتك المقربين وصل عليه وآله كما صليت على أنبيائك المرسلين وصل عليه وآله كما صليت على عبادك الصالحين وأفضل من ذلك يا رب العالمين صلاة تبلغنا بركتها وينالنا نفعها ويستجاب لها دعاؤنا إنك أكرم من رغب إليك وأكفى من توكل عليك وأعطى من سئل من فضله وأنت على كل شيء قدير الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين يا أبا الحسن يا علي ابن أبي طالب ماه امیر المؤمنین ماه رسول الله ماه خداست توسلی کنیم امشب و عرض ارادت کنیم یا امیر المؤمنین یا علی ابن ابی طالب یا حجت الله علی خلقه یا سیدنا و مولانا انا توجهنا واستشفعنا و توسلنا بك الى الله و قدمناك بین یدی حاجاتنا یا وجیها یا وجیها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله صلوات
Thank you very much, Hujjatul Islam Dardashty, for beautiful recitation. Please recite aloud salawat for the health of himself and his family. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. One more time, congratulations everyone for this great Eid. We are very happy to be here in Masjid Al-Nabi, and it was a great month of Ramadan. We enjoyed being with brothers and sisters here, having very productive program. Inshallah, Allah accept all our prayers. Inshallah, keep us all in your pray. Inshallah, we're gonna have tomorrow a special Eid program starting at 8 a.m. with the Nutbah, following by that's going to be the Takbirat inshallah at 9 a.m. and Namaz Eid inshallah at 9. We're going to end program inshallah probably around 10:45, right Hajaga, or it's going to be less than that, 9 to 10, 10. It's going to be one hour. And then after that, we're going to have breakfast and inshallah a small celebration for kids. There is a tradition here in Masjid Al-Nabi that parents bring gift for their kids, and Masjid provide that for kids. So if you have kids, you can bring them here and with some gift. We're going to provide gift for all the way till 12 years. Is that correct, Afshin? The very, very younger kids, we're going to provide them. For very young kids, Masjid is going to provide gift, but if you are teenagers, you would like to give them gift, it would be great to bring with yourself. And for those who it was their first year fasting, Masjid is happy to provide gift for them, a specific gift. So if you have one at home, please let us know tonight. So inshallah, we provide a special gift for them. A few more quick announcements. The parking lot, please don't park in Kaiser, where am I located? The Kaiser would be here. Don't park here in the Kaiser building because they're going to be towed. So you can either park inside the parking lot, only in the front area side, and here, but not in the like basketball court, because we're going to keep that, preserve that for the kids playing after Salat inshallah. So we're going to be blocked that area. And also the Walnut Inn, which is the hotel next to the building, next building, you can park there. We got the permission, so you can park there or the streets around the masjid, inshallah. Any more announcements? And there are going to be boxes for Fetria available if you want to pay your Fetria tomorrow here. And also online, there's going to be a way to pay that online. That's also easier if you can do that, or you just can pay cash in the boxes. I think that's it for the announcements. Inshallah, we're going to move to the lecture side from Hajj Dardashty, inshallah, with the loud salawat to Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين، سيما بقية الله في الأرضين، ولعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Congratulations. Eid Mubarak. This year I was blessed. I had the honor and pleasure of being able to serve your community. And I can't thank Allah if I go to sajda for the rest of my life and thank Him just for the blessing of this Ramadan to be with each and every one of you. I can't thank Him enough. So Alhamdulillah haqqa hamdih. Alhamdulillah likulli ni'amatih. I thank Him for all of these blessings, one of which is to spend time in a society and in a country that you can choose to be outside of this masjid. But if you came here, you sought refuge to the door of Allah, and you decided by your own will to come to the masjid and to join us. And for me, that was a blessing to be with you guys. I'll be going to miss each and every one of you. I'll be missing seeing these beautiful faces that are filled with the light of Iman and faith in this Akhir al-Zaman, in this ending times. And inshallah soon we will reunion, either in this dunya or in the hereafter. But we pray inshallah to stick together. So those who are ahead of us, make shafa'ah for us, make intercession so that we can join you. Those who are behind, inshallah we try our best to wait for you so that we stick together. Like in ziyaras, right? When you go in groups, you wait for everyone to go together. Inshallah we'll promise to do that in the hereafter as well. This night that we are in is a very important night. In Mafatih, the value that has been given as the amal of this night, the value that has been given to this night is very much equivalent to Laylatul Qadr. So Laylatul Eid, the night before Eid al-Fitr, is very important. Don't be like, Ramadan is over, let me be the guy that I was before Ramadan. Don't let that happen. It's been said, let me make you smile with this joke. It's been said that one person went to Hajj, to that step of Ramya Jamarat, stoning of the shaitan, right? Inshallah, the youth, including myself, will make it to Hajj. And it's been said that once he started throwing the very first stone, he saw the shaitan in front of him. And he said, we were friends before Hajj. What are you doing? Stoning me? You're stoning your friend? You're going to come back. You're going to come back to your city. You're going to go back home. You're going to need me again. I'll see you then. All right, do whatever you want to do. Don't let that be our case. Somehow we did Ramya Jamarat in the month of Ramadan. The shaitan's hand, the shaitan was in chain based on the sermon of Rasulullah on the last Friday of the month of Sha'ban. Shaitan was chained in this month. So we somehow did Ramya Jamarat. We stoned shaitan with our fasting and our salat and our recitation of the Holy Quran. لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ رَبِيعٌ وَرَبِيعُ الْقُرْآنِ شَهْرُ رَمَضَانِ. Everything has a spring, a blossoming time. And the blossoming time of the Holy Quran is the month of Ramadan. When else will you have gatherings of just reciting the Holy Quran? When else? Yeah, you have someone reciting a few verses of Quran before the start of the majlis, but sitting and reciting Quran together. The Qurans come out of the bookshelf during the month of Ramadan. Allahumma inni as'aluka. Oh Allah, I request you. Khayra ma sa'alaka. The best of what? The best of your servants ask you. Khayra ma sa'alaka minhu ibaduka as-salihun. Inshallah, tomorrow in the Salatul Eid, when you recite that dua of the Qunut, don't just recite it, think about it. What do I know of khayra ma sa'alaka ibaduka as-salihun? To the extent that my aql and wisdom allows me to understand. What I understand of khayr is very different from what Ayatollah Bahjat understands of what khayr is. And it is much different from what the Imam understands of khayr. And what is the best of the khair? Allahumma inni as'aluka khayra ma sa'alaka minhu ibaduka as-salihun. And in the Holy Quran you have baqiyatullah khayrul lakum in kuntum mu'minin. So the best gift on the day of Eid is to get connected with our Imam of time. Don't be like, Shaykh, you said the same thing on the night of Qadr. Well, that is the entire purpose of Ramadan. That is the entire purpose of Hajj, to get reconnected to the Imam. That is the entire purpose of Salat. They asked, what is Salat? قال إنها هي أمير المؤمنين. Salat. Salat. What does that mean? That means our Salat should get us connected to our Imam. If that doesn't serve that purpose, then our Salat is useless. Then there is no Eid. What day is Eid? Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam responds to our question. Recite a salawat, please. The true Eid is the day that كل يوم لا يعصي الله فيه فهو Eid. Why do we celebrate Eid al-Fitr? Because we went through 30 days or a month of worshipping Allah, refraining from disobeying Him. Same thing. It is Eid not because of the day of it. Rather, it's because of the actions that we did all together as a community, as a nation. It becomes Eid. The Eid of everyone is different. For someone, the same way, their siyam is different. For someone, the siyam is just thirst and hunger. For some individuals, Eid is just praying the Salatul Eid and have some food and have a happy time together. For some people, Eid becomes the true Eid. They get reconnected with their Imam. Let's go back to Nahjul Balagha. We were talking about the attributes of the men of action and the men of not action. We talked about the hypocrites, the new name that we are going to give to the men of not action, because they say something and they don't act upon it. And then, as we described the darkness throughout these past nights, since last night we just started on understanding the preliminary step, the muqaddamat of Khutbah 193, Sermon 193 of the book Nahjul Balagha. One of the companions of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen went to him. His name is Hammam. He said to Imam, give me a piece of advice. Imam said, believe and have good actions. Ittaqillah, be God-fearing. And go. Imam refrained from responding him. What did this guy do? I said this last night. If it was us, we would be like, oh, thank you, Amir al-Mu'mineen. We appreciate your advice. We head back home. But Hammam didn't do this. Kana rajulan abida. He was a true worshipper of Allah. What did he do? He insisted. I need explanation, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. And this is good, to insist on something that you haven't understood. If you go to a scholar, you ask a question you don't understand, don't leave until you understand. Don't leave until things become crystal clear for you. Staying in that state of shak and doubt is the worst thing that you could do. Shak is a very good station to pass through. معبر خوب است. محل عبور. It's a transitional state that you have to transit through to grow better, to grow higher, to learn more. Answer your doubts. Don't live with your doubts. It's not a place to stay. It's not a state to remain on. It's going to kill you. It's going to kill your heart. Amir al-Mu'mineen describes, goes on after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending salutations and salawat to the Holy Prophet and his household, he moves on with describing some of the attributes or all of the attributes of the muttaqin, some of which we covered last night and some of which we covered tonight. We said, Imam told him, قُلُوبُهُمْ مَحْزُونَةٌ. And we said this huzn is not a sorrow that refers to the decision they made in the past. Because awliyaullah, based on the verse of the Holy Quran, لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. This shows that this huzn is different from the huzn. This sorrow differs from the sorrow that the Holy Quran explains. This sorrow refers to future. It refers to their enthusiasm about the hereafter. Alamul firaq. Go back to Dua Kumail that you recite on every Thursday night. You say, كيف أصبر على صبرت على عذابك. Maybe I bear patience in your punishment. But فكيف أصبر على فراقك. How can I bear patience with being away from you? I love you. Oh Allah. I call this Jahannam firaq, the hellfire of being distant. That is the toughest punishment. وَالشُّرُورُهُمْ مَأْمُونَةٌ. Shurur is comes from the word shar, evil. Shurur means any harm, absolute harm, all types of harm. Shururuhum ma'amuna is being, you're safe, you feel at safety with them from their shar because they control themselves. You feel safe with their tongues. You feel at no harm with their questions and whatever they say, with their eyes and how they look at you, with their ears, what they hear. If they shouldn't hear something, they don't let that in. They don't let themselves hear it. If there is a majlis, a gathering that the backbiting is going on, they leave that majlis because they have control over their limbs. That's why you feel at security and safety with them. One of the huququn nas, one of the rights of people that many of us, for example, get close to committing it, or God forbid commit it, is asking unnecessary questions from people. Unnecessary question that makes them uncomfortable, that makes them or forces them to lie about the answer. What is your status here? How far are you with your studies? How'd you do in your chemistry class? What is your income? How much did you purchase your house? Making people feel uncomfortable. Mu'minin are not like this. You feel at safety with them. You feel they are trustable. You can trust them. If you go and you're a stranger in a new city or new country, you don't know the language, you find them to be the only one that you can refer to, the true mu'minin. Watch out for the fake ones. But the true mu'mineen, the most trustable. Why do you trust them? Because you feel that they are at no harm to you. شُرُورُهُمْ مَأْمُونَةٌ وَأَجْسَادُهُمْ نَحِيفَةٌ. This is a bit difficult to explain. The apparent meaning of it is that they're thin, right? So if any of us, including myself, are having a bit of some extra pounds, should we say that we are not muttaqeen, or we can't be muttaqeen until we lose weight? Well, that is a very rough understanding or not deep understanding of what Amir al-Mu'minin says. Ajsaduhum nahifa, it means that they only eat what that is necessary for them. They only use what that is necessary for them. Amir al-Mu'minin himself was better. He was muscular and It was not tiny, tiny based on the descriptions that have got to us throughout history. أجسادهم نحيفة. We have been recommended in this life of dunya to eat as little as our needs are satisfied, to sleep as less as our needs are satisfied, and to talk, that is for me, as less as it's necessary. These are beautiful attributes, the dream life. Why do you say أجسادهم نحيفة means this? The following, the continuation of the khutbah proves us what Amir al-Mu'minin exactly means by this. وَحَاجَاتُهُمْ خَفِيفَةٌ. One meaning of haja is request, right? But the true meaning of haja in here, حَاجَاتُهُمْ خَفِيفَةٌ. Their needs are limited, very low. They don't expect a luxury, super luxury life. They're satisfied with what they have. یه زندگی با تقوایی که حاجات و نیازهای اینا نیازهای در حد رفع نیازهاشون زندگی رو میبرن جلو. برای زندگی دنیا متقین اینطوری هن. حالا نگید ما اینطوری نیستیم. امیر المومنین میگه متقین این شکلی هن. نیازهاشو رفع میکنه. Imagine if all people of the world were living like this. There would have been no war, no battles, no fight. Why do we fight? Because we want more than what we deserve. Usually, sometimes we fight back, we defend, we resist. That is a different case. But why do we initiate fights at any levels? Right? We want to be greedy. We want to have more than what we deserve to have. وَأَنفُسَهُمْ أَفِيفًا. This is the most blessing part. This is the most interesting one. أَنفُسَهُمْ. Their being, their self. They are at the level, at the highest level of modesty. You're a sister, you're approached by a brother, you feel that they're lowering their gaze. They're being modest. They speak as little as necessary to you. They don't extend the conversation. They don't try to flirt with you. Don't you feel at safety and security with them? Don't you have a lot of respect for such person, an individual? Same, vice versa. Vice versa. Also the brothers. The adab, that etiquette. When you see someone afif, afif is not just like in terms of sexual sins and acts of disobedience. Rather, it's beyond that, adab. When you see someone is being beautified with etiquettes, they have that talent, they have that akhlaq and behavior. Won't you fall in love with that person? You just get attracted to them. Adab. أنفسهم عفيفة. They're modest because they have worked on themselves. Every single Ramadan, they have intensified these etiquettes and akhlaqs and ethics in their wujud and in their being. One of the current maraja, speaking about one of the other maraja that has passed away, he said, every Ramadan I met him, was my teacher, every Ramadan I met him, his face was filled with more light. It's as if during this month of Ramadan, he has got much closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. صبروا أياما قصيرة أعقبتهم راحة طويلة. They bear patience in this short-term life of dunya so that they can rest in the eternity of akhirah and hereafter. Tijaratan, and this is a trade. You trade this dunya with akhirah. Away the darkness of being lost with the light of being guided. صبروا أياما هذه تجارة مربحة يسرها لهم رب. a trait that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a trait that is beneficial, مربحة, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it يسرها, usr wa yusr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it easy for them. It's been said that those who fought with Imam Hussein alayhi salam on Karbala, after Imam Hussein alayhi salam told them, you can leave on that night of Ashura, night before Ashura, you can leave. Then those who decided to stay and pledged allegiance with the Imam showed them between his two fingers their status in Jannah. And the beauty of number one. Number two, it's been said that when they were fighting in the battlefield, they were not feeling the pains of the swords. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy. You want to get into trading with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trading dunya with akhirah, that's what muttaqin do, and it's easy for them. Don't think of the path to Allah to be what a difficult path. وَأَنَّ الرَّاهِلَ in dua Abu Hamza وَأَنَّ الرَّاهِلَ إِلَيْكَ قَرِيبُ الْمَسَافَةِ. Our issue is that we haven't moved on. We haven't started to take the steps. If we comes close, it becomes easily accessible. أرادتهم الدنيا فلم يريدوها. The dunya wants them. The dunya presents itself to them. They reject it. How many people around you do you know by these attributes? That dunya presents itself to them and they reject it. I don't want it. Phone call. Assalamu alaikum. You won $1 million in the lottery. I don't want it. Fi amanillah. How many people do you know like that? أرادتهم الدنيا فلم يريدوها وأسرتهم ففدوا أنفسهم منها. This dunya chained them by their bodies, because these bodies, for a spirit that grows and expands beyond this body, becomes a prison. الدنيا سجن المؤمن. The dunya is the prison of the mu'min. Their body is a prison for them, and they free themselves from this prison by sacrificing the life of this dunya. أما الليل. This is the last part, and I'm going to finish with this, since our time is, we're 4 minutes beyond the time. Inshallah, with this we end. أما الليل. Do you want to know how is their nights? I will tell you. Amir al-Mu'mineen tells you. أما الليل فصافون أقدامهم. They get up, upstanding in the night. They get up. تالين لأجزاء القرآن. Isn't this the nights of Ramadan? They recite the juz and the chapters of the Holy Quran. يرتلونه ترتيلا. Slowly and understanding the meanings of the Holy Quran. يحزنون به أنفسهم ويستثيرون به دواء دائهم. Do you know where is their hospital where they cure their pains? It's their nights when they get up for prayers. How are they so happy? How are they so strong? How they can bear with all of their pains in their life. I face a little bit of difficulty and hardship, I'm ready to lose it. They revive their nights like the nights of Ramadan. فَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِآيَةٍ فِيهَا تَشْوِيقٌ رَكَنُوا إِلَيْهَا تَمَعًا. Once they get to the verses of the Holy Quran that encourages them about the beauties of hereafter, that burning love starts to rise up. وَتَطَلَّعَتْ نُفُوسَهُمْ. That enthusiasm grows. وَظَنُّوا أَنَّهَا نَصْبُ أَعْيُنِهِمْ. They see it in front of their eyes. وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِآيَةٍ فِيهَا تَخْوِيفٌ. Those scary promises of punishment. Those verses that promise punishment. When they get to those, what do? أَصْغَوْا إِلَيْهَا مَسَامِعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ. they listen to it by heart. They take it seriously. وَظَنُّوا أَنَّ زَفِيرَ جَهَنَّمَ وَشَهِيقَهَا فِي أُصُولِ آذَانِهِمْ. They hear the fire of the hell and the sound of it. They see it to be so close to them. That's how they revive their nights. That's how they read Quran, the muttaqeen. Then compare yourself with the muttaqeen. Let's compare ourselves. Let me compare myself with the muttaqeen. How far am I? يَطْلِبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ تَعَالَى فِي فَكَاكَ رِقَابِهِمْ. They ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to free them from the hellfire. Many times in the month of Ramadan, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَكْ رَقَبَتِي مِنَ النَّارِ. Free my shoulder from the load of the hellfire. I ask you. And the muttaqeen do it every night. They never get tired of it. Oh Allah, allow us to live the life of muttaqeen. Oh Allah, I ask you, for the sake of Eid al-Fitr, make this Eid Mubarak to us by allowing us to experience at least one day of a life of muttaqeen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin و آل محمد و عجل فرجهم. یه صلوات بفرستین. اللهم صل علی محمد. آن ساعتی خوش است که مستانه بگذرد، یعنی به زیر منت پیمانه بگذرد. روزی ما به دست کریمان آشناست، کفر است پای سفره بیگانه بگذرد. خدمتگزار خانه مولا اگر شدی، ایام نوکری تو شاهانه بگذرد. ما عقل خیش را سر عشق تو باختیم، بگذار عمر ما همه دیوانه بگذرد. سوگند میخوریم که ما گنج میشویم، یک شب اگر که شاه ز ویرانه بگذرد. این روزگار میگذرد خوب یا که بد، بهتر که عمر ما در این خانه بگذرد. Please recite a salawat for yourself. Allah sallam. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیک یا رسول الله، السلام علیک یا امیر المؤمنین، السلام علیک یا فاطمة الزهرا، السلام علیک یا حسن ابن علی، السلام علیک یا حسین ابن علی ایها الشهید بکربلا، السلام علیک یا علی ابن الحسین، السلام علیک یا محمد ابن علی، السلام علیک یا جعفر ابن محمد، السلام علیک یا موسی ابن جعفر، السلام علیک یا علی ابن موسی الرضا، السلام علیک یا محمد ابن علی الجواد، السلام علیک یا علی ابن محمد الهادی، السلام علیک یا حسن ابن علی ایها الزکی العسکری، السلام علیک یا سیدی و یا مولای یا صاحب الزمان، عجل الله تعالی فرجک و سهل الله لنا مخرجک و ظهور الامر علی یدک. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.